Hi everyone, this is Nick Rago from IGN Middle East, and I'm here at GAMES12 at Dubai Festival City, and I'm joined at our stand by Mr. Aman Sangar, who is the Interactive Entertainment Business Lead EMEA for Microsoft. Mr. Aman, thank you for joining us. Now, every year games gets bigger and better, with each passing year. What does Xbox have in store for us this year at GAMES12?
Bigger and better again. So we've got an incredible lineup, like you heard me saying at the press conference. Content is king, everything else is conversation, and that's what we focused on. We've got 6 new titles to launch from now till the end of the year. The big behemoth is Halo, as you would all know, and then we got Forza coming up, and we got the Kinect range of titles with the likes of Sports Ultimate, Dance Central, and Fable the Journey. And the ace up our sleeve was Gears of War Judgment. So I think that's something that we're very excited about also. But Halo 4 remains our focus prime and central, and we're quite excited the way it's coming up, and hopefully it'll be the game of the year.
Now, talking about some of your killer franchises like Forza, Gears of War, Halo, how do you think these franchises manage to draw in both old and new gamers and just kind of captivate them with the gameplay that they offer?
Well, they need to evolve, that's the way, because you always have the traditional base of the consumers who have made the franchise what it is. And you need to find that, straddle that fine line where you are not moving away from that, being true to your roots, but yet bringing something else, something new to the new audience who have joined the franchise much recently. Examples of that are Halo 4, and how we just not announced Halo 4, we just announced a new trilogy. So we're setting a whole new base, setting up a new story arc. Forza is a good example where it's got an amazing pedigree, but primarily focused on simulators, and now we're taking that same pedigree, that same engineering prowess, and bringing that in the open world setting, which is a lot more open and acceptable. And then again, Fable with a core gaming focus on Fable the series, we're now integrating Kinect over there. So all of those are examples, and there's no other way you can do that. If you want to really stretch a franchise, you have to do both. Stay true to its roots, but yet continue to innovate.
Now, touching upon Kinect, when we first saw Kinect, we were absolutely wowed by the technology and the types of games that were on offer. But I think what's made Kinect even better is that people are taking it outside of the gaming experience. So you have instances where Kinect is being used to teach students, or whether it's being used in surgery rooms to manipulate X-rays, things like that. Do you think that the Kinect technology, when it was first envisioned, that people could look at it and say, wow, that people are actually going to take Kinect beyond the gaming experience? Do you ever think that Microsoft was able to see that?
I think what the Kinect phenomena has become has been much bigger than anybody would have visualized it at first. And I think something as beautiful as Kinect and as magical as Kinect could have only been thought of by the consumers themselves. If you remember, the tipping point was a point when we launched Kinect, and then reports started coming in of people hacking the Kinect. That was a tipping point, because at that point Microsoft could have said, no, don't do it, we'll clamp down on that. This is not what we intended the device for. We want to go back to what we wanted it for, and we're not going to entertain anything else. Or what we did was we say, hey, that's very interesting. You know what, guys, you're putting all the effort to hack into it. Let us give you a development kit, which you can use free for all, try it and play around with it. And that's the route that we went in. That was a tipping point, and from there on, we've seen amazing forays into different industries, different sectors where they're using Kinect, right from retail industry to clothing brands to R&Ds. There are parts of Kinect technology being used in space missions. So I think we're very, very excited about the way Kinect has moved, and now Kinect for Windows, which has come by itself as a standalone product, which comes with its XDK kit, a development kit, comes with an end-user licensing agreement, is perfect for somebody who wants to take it, play around with it, and develop new programs and apps for it.
Now, compared to the Xbox market a couple of years ago, how do you think that the gaming market in general has evolved over these past couple of years?
Well, a lot. The entire economy has evolved a lot. I think we can't ignore the fact that there are a lot more other products that are out there competing for a person's time today. Right from your smartphones to what's happening in the type of gameplay that are happening with social media gaming and free to play. A lot of those things are happening. form factors are changing with tablets coming into the picture and all that kind of stuff. So there is a lot of encroachment that is happening right now into the time and the kind of gameplay that people experience today. So gaming consoles has to compete with all of that today right now. And they have to really show why a person should really invest into spending so much of time and energy in playing a particular game that he picks up. And I think there's a fine line that one has to straddle there in terms of, is there instant gratification that you can deliver in 15 minutes, or are you looking at a gameplay experience that extends for hours and hours, not just offline but online also. So I think today we have to deal with that. Plus, obviously the platforms are aging. So you've got now a console for the first time in its 7th generation. But I think the beauty about this is we have been able to innovate. If you look at every single generation of console, the console would peak on its 4th year and drop from the 5th year and down, every single one of them. Xbox 360 is the first one where actually the 5th year was bigger than the 4th, 6th bigger than the 5th, and now the 7th bigger than the 6th. And that's happened because of what you were talking about, Kinect, and innovations like that that have actually introduced gaming to a new target audience. So we are competing in a completely different environment today than we were 2-3 years back, but I think we're doing fairly well.
Now, given that Xbox 360, the actual console, is doing very well, do you think it's too early to be looking at next-gen consoles, or do you think that we should be looking at it now so we can see what gamers are doing with their current consoles and how we can improve upon it in the next version?
I think it's a very good question. The question is about when is the right time with regards to launching a next generation. And the example that I gave you when we are growing the platform year over year, so the question then becomes is not when, but why. What do you add into the entire experience? Having said that, Microsoft is a technology company. We thrive on innovation and we're always forward looking. So there's always ways and means in which we are looking at how to bring in new technology. But at the same time, we should not be sidetracked from what this platform has to offer for us. So the likes of Halo 4 and the Forza Horizon experiences that we can see this year weren't available last year. So I think we still haven't got to the last legs of this particular platform generation. And there is a lot more innovation that can happen right now, and I think it's good for the entire industry, for the consumers also, that they can get most bang for their buck in a current platform console, rather than being forced to buy a new one just because it's a new one.
And I'm gonna end with a killer question: Xbox Live, are we ever going to see this are we ever going to see it in this region?
Are we ever going to see it in the region? Wow. Well, all I can say is I don't think any of us in Microsoft are happy with status quo. We're working very hard to see what we can do to change that, and I'm sure we'll have some very good news to share with you pretty soon.
Perfect, looking forward to it. Mr. Aman, thank you for your time again, and all the best to Xbox 360 as well. For more information on Xbox 360 and full coverage of Games 12, log on to IGN.com.